Just because on their CV it says they're QuickBooks Certified Pro Advisors or Zero Advisors, it doesn't mean they know the flow between the income statement, cash flow statement, and balance sheet. I'm going to share with you some nuance about that suggestion and why it might not be a good idea. If you are a small business owner and you have a bookkeeping problem, someone might have told you to outsource a bookkeeper from the Philippines to help you with your QuickBooks or Xero or FreshBooks or whatever you use. But after placing probably over 50 bookkeepers in the last 3 years for clients, I'm going to share with you some nuance about that suggestion and why it might not be a good idea. So the first thing is, if you don't know anything about accounting, hiring a bookkeeper is not a good idea because they're going to be in the system collecting things, categorizing transactions, making journal entries. And most often what's going to happen is at the end of the year, when you file your taxes with the accountant, inevitably they're going to find a whole bunch of mistakes. It's not because your bookkeeper that you've hired was ill-intentioned. It's because you decided you don't want to manage this problem at all. Even if you hire a bookkeeper locally, you still need to manage them and to give them guidance on how to do your books properly. Another reason why outsourcing bookkeepers might not be a good idea is because a lot of times the candidates don't know anything about accounting. Just because on their CV it says they're QuickBooks Certified Pro Advisors or Xero Advisors, it doesn't mean they understand debits, credits. It doesn't mean they know the flow between the income statement, cash flow statement, and balance sheet. I recommend is when you interview them, make sure you give them a case study based on accounting fundamentals. One typical example I like to give is, hey, I bought a used car for $10,000. It has a salvage value of $3,000 after 8 years, but I decided to sell the car after 4 years for $5,000. And the car depreciates a straight line $500 per year or whatever. You can also use AI to help check the answer, but you really want to make sure the candidate has fundamental accounting knowledge. Now, there are many benefits of having a bookkeeper within your business. One common benefit for small business is that they can issue invoices for you within QuickBooks or Xero, and they can chase your customers for payment. Because let's be honest, if somebody owes you $100, you don't necessarily want to go back there and say, hey, Bob, can I please have my money? You want to create a little bit of distance. And if somebody else can do that for you, that makes it easier for you to not have those awkward conversations and focus on building the relationship with the client. A bookkeeper can also be helpful because they can provide reports for you. They can correspond with your accountant on remitting taxes. They can do some analysis on your accounts receivable. They can help calculate margins for you. My point is that they're not just someone you can hire and leave alone. Now, if your business is big enough and you have a finance team, so I say you have a controller or a part-time CFO, then outsourcing is a no-brainer. Because outside of running paper checks that you need to do locally, your entire team can be remote. The point is you have someone responsible for the overall deliverability and outcome of the finance department. And that person is someone you trust. That person is someone experienced. That person could be from the Philippines as well. What we recommend to some clients who are adamant about outsourcing a bookkeeper and they don't want to hire an accounting agency is you could hire someone more qualified. So for example, in the Philippines, you could hire a certified public accountant for a fraction of the cost as you could in Canada or the United States. Now, you got to make sure that that person is happy to do bookkeeping. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not because they want to be doing more corporate finance work or analysis work. But if they're happy with it, then you know you're in safe hands because someone with a CPA has really good fundamentals with accounting. If you have a bookkeeping problem, but you understand your business really well, you understand the financials flowing in and out, then I would definitely hire a bookkeeper from the Philippines so that you have more time to focus on higher value tasks like sales or client management. Now, if you don't want anything to do with your books, you don't want to look at it, the best solution for you would be to hire a bookkeeping firm. Now, if you find one that leverages outsourced bookkeepers, then that's great because you're getting the quality control, but you're also getting some of the cost savings passed on to you. And of course, you will probably have your local accountant who does your year-end taxes, maybe your sales tax revisions, and you can ask him or her to vet the bookkeeping firm. So anyways, I hope that helps. A lot of businesses want to hire a bookkeeper from the Philippines. If you want to discuss this more, feel free to give us a call. We're happy to share what we know and help you along.